Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, up till now we have done with the doubly linked list node declaration. In that I have defined a class called as node. Inside that I have defined two constructors. First constructor named as node without any parameters. In that I have defined the values of next, data and previous. Okay, in case of doubly linked list we have three variables: next, data and previous. Okay, now next constructor was in which I have taken the value from the user and put it the values. Okay, so for D I have given it to data, N I have given to next, and P is given to the previous value. Like this I have created the node and given the respective values. Okay, now in this case we will be doing with the setting and getting of the values in the node, and also we can set the data of a particular node. To do this I have defined the functions. Okay, so by functions we can set the values and also get back the value of a particular node. Let's look at it. First we have defined a function called as set link next. Inside that I pass the parameter node n. Okay, as you may be remembering that node n is to get the next value. So reference variable of node class, that is n. Okay, I am passing it to which variable now? Next. So next is going to point to the next address of the linked list. Okay, in similar fashion I am going to take the function called as set link previous. Okay, and I have used the variable called as p. Okay, so I will be passing the value of p to which variable now? Yes, you have guessed it right. It is previous variable. Okay, so p will be passed to previous variable, n will be passed to next variable. Clear? Then I will be getting to the next link. That is, I need to get back the value of the node of the link. Okay, to get the link I need to return the value. So I will be returning which value now? Next. Okay, so I have defined a function called as get link next, and that will return me what? Next variable value. Okay, now in similar fashion to get the previous I have stored in which variable? I have stored it into previous variable. So I will be defining a function called as get link previous, and which value I will be returning? I will be returning the value called as previous. Okay, so to get the next value I am going to return the variable called as next, and get the previous value I am going to return the value called as previous. So we are done with the next value and previous value. Okay, now comes the important point. We need to store the value into a node, and for that I am going to set the data and get the data. Data would actually contain the value of a particular node. Okay, so I have defined a function called as set data and passing the variable called as d, and d will be given to data variable. That is, d value will be transferred to which variable now? Now data variable. Okay, so by using this function I am setting the value of data, and in similar pattern to get back the value I will be defining a function called as get data, and what I will be returning? Yes, you have guessed it right. I will be returning variable called as data, since I have stored the value in the variable called as data. Okay, so summarizing this entire concept, I have used functions. First is to set, next is to get. Okay, and we have set the values of three variables, that is previous, data and next. Okay, and what are the values to be stored? Next, data and previous. And which variables I have used to pass on the values? D for data, N for next and P for previous. Okay, and when I want to get the value I will be calling the get link function of that particular variable. Okay, and then returning the value. Clear? So to return a value of the next I will be returning next variable. To get the data I will be returning data variable, and get the value of the previous variable, okay, or we can say previous node, I am going to return the previous variable. Like this, using functions, I can set the value and also get back the value of a particular. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to Ekeeda channel.